Alright, hello everyone and now welcome to a game between 15 Sway and Moon, this game taking place here on Echo Isles. I believe this is WGL Open. As we're looking at things going on across here, 15 Sway spawning as the yellow human on the top left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Moon has spawned as the red knight of over here on the top right. Game getting underway. Gonna go ahead and speed things up just a little bit. We've all seen early human versus night elf here on Echo Isle. No strange shenanigans coming in from either of these players yet, as we are looking at a Mountain King going up against a Warden. So they are going back to that classic Echo Isle matchup, Mountain King versus Warden, solo Warden, known to be very powerful, very strong on the matchup for those of you guys who are looking at build timers. The clock, well, minute marks are all off to the north, so we just passed the 2 minute mark as we see, well, lightning shield being placed down on that archer, and while also getting cast with slow. Warden making a move down across here, going after these Cobalt tunnelers as well as the Mountain King, well, making its way down and perhaps gonna try and militia clear out the fast expansion location and get up to level 2. Alright, gonna go straight up after these units now. Mountain King absorbing a little bit of damage. We should be looking at an expansion attempt as 15 Sway is already training up to 14 workers. May even try to go to 15 here. No pun intended, as the Mountain King picks up a circlet of nobility. Force Troll Trapper, all that are left. Footmen now looking to hang back here. There that goes, as the Mountain King does sit at level 2. Meanwhile, Footman still wandering around down to the south, perhaps looking to get some damage onto this Ancient of War. However, the Ancient of War sitting steady at 400 hit points and climbing, as the Warden now, well, picks up that Ring of Regeneration from this mercenary camp and also picks up a tome too. We are looking at this, well, town hall being built, also building up to this scout tower as well. Mountain King perhaps looking to try and spike down some of these units here in just a moment. There's the Mountain King there. Warden also, well, not having spent any of its abilities yet, doesn't know if it wants Fan of Knives or Shadow Strike. Interesting battle up here as the Mountain King gonna go ahead and engage. There's a Shadow Strike up onto the Mountain King. Mountain King gonna turn back around, fight back a little bit. Are we gonna see a bash? No bash at all. There's a Stormbolt right there, following up with a couple of hits as well. There's a follow-up bash as the Mountain King now tries to retreat back. Stormbolt on, or excuse me, Shadow Strike onto that mountain, or onto that poor Footman there. Footman gonna get taken down. Stormbolt off to that one Archer instead. Archer getting taken down. Footman looks like it was taken out earlier there, as the, well, Shadow Strikes are picking off some trailing units. Moon highly effective with that Warden, using that Shadow Strike effect to take out units, slow them down, and also, well, just try and snipe them in this early style of play. Force Troll Shadow Priest, are we going to get some damage off onto that little wisp there? Are we going to see a Shadow Strike onto the Troll Shadow Priest as it is trying to get away? Looks like it will get another easy kill once more, as the Warden already up to 466 experience, killing a whole bunch of units. Mountain King nowhere near close to level 3 as of yet. All right, running by Moonwells. Oh, why didn't Moon just drink some Moon Juice and then launch a Shadow Strike against that one Footman? I do not know. I believe it could have easily taken it out again. All right, as things are starting to calm down, 15 Sway does have his expansion up and running. We are looking at Moon and already teching to tier 2 with that Tree of Life Stormbolt, taking down that Wisp there. Mountain King doesn't have that much mana though. I am curious about what the second hero is going to be. If it's going to be a mana-based supporting hero, such as, well, such as an Archmage or a Blood Mage, or are we going to be going for a Paladin second? I would be surprised if any other tavern heroes do come out. Meanwhile, one poor worker just, well, wants to, well, if he really wants to work, he can hold that, like, that bundle of lumber while building this lumber mill, just like this guy is. As we're looking at, well, the lumber mill about to be completed. Lumber has been a bit of an issue, but for human players in the past, but I'm wondering, this is actually something that I wanted to see, whether or not the lumber mill enhancements help human enough to not have to get too many workers early on. We're looking at 20 workers by 15 Sway right now, and that is partially because he is working off of 2 gold mines, and he needs a way to gather lumber and also build his buildings, build his supporting tech as well. So no masonry upgrade though, and there are a lot of workers just currently, well, gathering lumber. Back down to the south here, scouting with Warden already at level 3. No sign of that third skill being used. We don't know if it will be a fan of knives or blink as of this stage, as the Warden now looks to back away and perhaps clear out some, well, easy creep camps again. All right, in comes those units. Ogre Warrior was moving a little bit slowly because of that Shadow Strikes, thereby slowing down the Forest Troll Berserkers in the back. And there down goes that Ogre Warrior as the units are going to be backing up. Mountain King does sit at level 3. Going to go ahead and get a Stormbolt down onto that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. It gets taken down as the Mountain King looking to perhaps chase after the Warden again some more. That's not happening. Mountain King did end up taking a Shadow Strike himself, taking a little bit of damage. Does have a Ring of Regeneration and still has, well, a Scroll of Regeneration to counteract any damage a little while longer. All right, another Forest Troll Berserker going to get finished off here. However, well, Warden has plans of her own. Moon going to go ahead and Shadow Strike that Forest Troll Berserker, try and take it down. Stormbolt finishing off an Archer as well. As well, Archers normally have a little bit of natural resistance, as we're looking at a Clarity Potion being used by that Mountain King. Perhaps trying to buy an additional item. Mountain King, well, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, going to perhaps try and chase. Are we going to see a Stormbolt onto that Warden? No, we are not. Keeping that distance a bit away. Mountain King, well, still not quite sure what to do next. Mountain King could try and Stormbolt back that Warden, but the Warden has not shown signs of Fan of Knives or Blink, and you better believe that Blink will be researched or trained up, if that Warden is surrounded. Ancient Protector about to get taken down here. Damage adding up rather fast. Footmen do have Defend, able to reflect back a large amount of damage. There's the cancellation right there as the Mountain King now goes after that Warden. Footman down, taking some damage with Shadow Strike. Is he going to be able to get away? I don't know. No, it looks like he's going to take one more bit of damage, get taken out. Footman getting killed right there as the Warden looking to back away again. Warden heading back off to the north. A lot of piercing damage. Infrastructure of Moon. Stormbolt finishing off another Archer there. And this matchup has just constantly been, well, Stormbolt versus Shadow Strike. What is going to end up doing more damage? We are looking at a Blood Mage as a second hero, and he's going to be going up against, well, a Demon Hunter as the second hero. Normally, I don't see Demon Hunter as a second hero in the Warden versus Mountain King matchup. We normally see a solo Warden trying to get into level 6. Now that we're actually looking at a Demon Hunter as that secondary hero, perhaps this is a shift in the meta and the playstyle of the Warden, as the Warden may try and, well, run around getting a large amount of harassment by himself or herself, while the Demon Hunter tries to creep up as well. Are we going to be looking at a mana burn on that Mountain King? No, we are not. Not necessary. There's a mana burn there for good measure, as a Footman going to get taken down by that by that strike. Meanwhile, Mountain King going to be able to Stormbolt here in just a moment, waiting for it. There's a Stormbolt on the Warden. Warden Staff of Preservation saves the Demon Hunter. Saved right there. Mountain King, well, wondering what to do next as Dryads are getting taken down. There's a bash onto a Dryad as well, as the Forest Troll Berserker and, well, the Dragonhawk Rider looking to line up more damage. A battle of split second differences. That has been what we are looking at so far. Blood Mage now low on mana though, as he, well, unloads all of his mana into that Mountain King.
Forces are under attack.
Demon Hunter, Warden looking to fight side by side. A Druid of the Claw out here on the battlefield. There goes some rejuvenations. Warden not really needing it. Demon Hunter could use a good rejuvenation as well, as the Druids of the Claw with their, well, higher mana right out of the gate is opening up a lot more healing for the Night Elves early on, and not forcing them to try and use a lot of Moon Wells. using Moonwells mainly as a quick recovery as opposed to a slow, gradual recovery that the Druid of the Claw's rejuvenation can use. Blood Mage now followed up by Stormbolt right there, followed up by a Paladin. Demon Hunter now going to be chasing after all of those units here. Forest Troll, Berserkers, Mountain King into the engagement, and is really Dragonhawk Riders the right call here as we see level 4 now on the Warden. Normally, Dragonhawk Riders is a good follow-up if you don't want to leave corpses for the Warden and and that Avatar of Vengeance. However, since it's not solo Warden play, it's making me wonder whether or not there would be a bit of benefit to actually have some ground units, riflemen, knights, priests, to try and go after all those units there. Warden finally using a blink in order to head back, as there is just massive Dragonhawk Riders in the air now. Animal War training is done, and we are now going into Cloud as well in order to stop any of those, ancient protectors from doing their thing. All right, Huntsman, Paladin out here on the battlefield. Paladin does have a Scroll of Protection. We don't see a Staff of Sanctuary, which is a little bit of a surprise at this stage. Warden coming in perhaps from behind. There's Siphon Mana. There's a Stormbolt. And that Warden is going to be, much lower on mana. There is a Shadow Strike now onto that unit there. Blinking back away. A Holy Light trying to heal up a bit more, as the Dragonhawk Rider should be able to dive on in here. All right, in comes some units, in comes some damage. Mountain King coming across here. There's a Cloud already, and in comes that damage here. There's a Mana Burn onto the units, as we see Scroll of Protection also being used. So no Devotion Aura, but Scroll of Protection making the difference there, as Dragonhawk Rider does get focused down. Staff of Preservation saves one unit, but doesn't save another unit there, as the Paladin could have a little bit of, bad times as well. And then Paladin about to get taken down. There is a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability being transferred. Divine Shield, or the Holy Light, now being cast, as the Paladin now needs to back away. Staff of Preservation saves. Mountain King is going to be able to save that Paladin. No, it is not. Dragonhawk Riders going after the Dryads instead of trying to finish off that low hit point Warden, who the Warden still has far too much ways to try and heal back up. All right, more damage poking on back through. Mountain King getting Siphon Mana, perhaps going to try and finish off another Dryad here, as we could see a Stormbolt go down onto the Warden. Staff of Preservation saves, though. As we're looking at the Demon Hunter showing back up onto the battlefield once more. More Siphon Mana coming back in. Bears finishing off a Forest Troll Berserker, and this battle is just simply going crazy, as the Demon Hunter could get taken down. Staff of Preservation saves again. And this might be a video to show why Staff of Preservation cooldown needs to at least be 45 seconds. Trying to focus down any unit is just a lesson in perseverance and frustration, as the Griffin's now looking to retreat back. Siphon Mana right there. We're looking at the Mountain King trying to head back away. Dragonhawk Riders trying to focus down some of those Dryads, as the units are now finally getting away. There's a quick banish. The banish just not lasting long enough. Bear is able to finish things off as the Blood Mage gets taken out. Paladin is resurrected back up, and this was that situation where I was surprised that we didn't see a Staff of Sanctuary. One Staff of Sanctuary would have easily saved one Dragonhawk Rider, perhaps even more. Mountain King, now with that Staff of Sanctuary, using it as a way to heal up units and out of intense combat, as the Paladin gets to level 2. It is going to be going for Divine Shield, knowing that Divine Shield will protect itself from a lot of damage. Dragonhawk Riders making their way over here to the bottom left here. Mountain King, Paladin, Griffin Riders all getting ready to, try and get to that next level. And that is a lot of air units indeed. 1-0 upgrade. And talk about Moon adjusting on the fly. What is normally a solo Warden style of play here on Echo Isle. Limited number of creeps trying to get that Warden to level 5 and level 6. We are now seeing a Panda as that third hero. Breath of Fire for those highly clumped units is going to be a very important deal. And both players are actually sitting in low upkeep. Scroll of Town Portal going to be picked up by that Brewmaster there. 3 hero with Warden exactly. So Panda going to be trying to blow away some of those units. Thank you for the follow. Dragonhawk Riders here. Is 15 Sway going to recognize the situation and get the proper scrolls of healing? There's only one Goblin Merchant shop here, so we could be actually looking at a little bit of a fight to try and maintain and control the Goblin Merchant shop. Staff of Preservation saving that Dryad there. Mountain King is going to be picking up scrolls of healing. There's one scroll of healing. Pick it up on another hero, perhaps. Paladin has a potion of healing, scroll of protection, scroll of healing. Wait, there's that second scroll of healing. So 15 Sway quickly recognizing the situation as we are going into multiple staffs of preservation by Moon as well. All right, Dragonhawk Riders on the move here. Pressure going to be added. There is some damage already. Where's that mortar team trying to get in some damage? And a quick blink shadow strike onto that mortar team in the very far back. Dragonhawk Riders going after some of those units. Drunken Haze over Breath of Fire, giving additional life to those Dryads, but the numbers still seem very strong for 15 Sway as the Dryads are getting microed back slowly but surely. All right, more damage here. Anti-Magic Shell protecting the Demon Hunter as the Griffin Riders looking to finish off some of those bears, giving level 3 to the Blood Mage. Blood Mage looking to siphon mana, perhaps going to siphon mana from the Demon Hunter. No Staff of Preservation again, so both the Panda and the Demon Hunter are out of this battle. Rejuvenation Bear back out onto the battlefield here. 62 supply compared to 55. But the Night Elf army, many of those units are currently out of the battle. Panda going to come back over. Staff of Preservation or Sanctuary. Can't tell which it was as the Demon Hunter joins back in on the battle again. Shadow Strike, Mana Burn, level 5 now on the Warden as the Warden goes after those Dragonhawk Riders, picking off some of those units. A Holy Light saves one Dragonhawk Rider there with level 2 and level 2 Holy Light as we're now looking at Siphon Mana, trying to... Blood Mage staying alive up until the very, very last moment. Their last second Holy Light before the Scroll of Town portal teleported everyone away.
Forces are under attack.
Level 5, level 3, level 3, going up against level 5, level 3, level 1. Mountain King. Well, should actually be using Staff of Sanctuary repeatedly on some of these lower hit point units to get them back into play. Perhaps the Staff of Sanctuary is currently on cooldown as this Griffin Rider is, well, still getting healed up. 2-1 upgrades. Now finally making their way off to the north. Mountain King should not be anywhere in that fight. Is he in that front line? No, he is not. Mountain King purposely hanging back as he should, as he was already maxed out on experience. All right, there's that Staff of Sanctuary being used once more on that Dragonhawk Rider that I mentioned earlier. All right, Moon purposely staying now in no upkeep, and this is one of the things that we've seen a lot happen on Echo Isle. Echo Isle is notorious for having very limited resources, and going into low upkeep could end up being your death if your opponent is able to mine at no upkeep while efficiently fighting against you. Moon, however, recognizes that Sway having a 70 north of 70 food population knows that he needs to have a decent sized army to trade efficiently and cannot stay in no upkeep for that long. Units once more on the move here. We are looking at 58 supply for Moon going up against 75. Army supplies are rather different, as it looks as though Mountain King going to be repeating that same strategy once more. Scroll of Regeneration, Scroll of Healing, Warden trying to get away. And wow, the Paladin actually having lots of rings of protection to try and stay alive. 2 additional rings of protection to get up to 11 armor. He's going to be very difficult to take out with auto attacks. Units are now trying to make their way back out. Warden tries to, well, push their way through. Mortar teams getting in damage. There's 2 mortar teams right there as the Warden, well, has a rejuvenation, most likely going to try to dive on in. And, well, 15 Sway, there goes. There's the Fan of Knives, and not able to blink back around. Mana Burn there as we are just looking at a battle. Air trying to go after the Dryads, well, Mortar teams trying to go after the Dryads. Mortar teams really the weakest link in this position. Bear's getting taken down, but both mortar teams, no, one mortar team stays alive. Staff of Sanctuary actually teleports it back away as the units are still trying to engage here. Dryads now looking to finish off some of those, or Dryads looking to get finished off. Blood Mage able to keep the link on that Siphon mana for a little while longer as more Dryads are still getting taken down. More Siphon mana coming back in. Mountain King, Stormbolt onto the Demon Hunter. No, not going to do that as it has an anti-magic potion, as the Brewmaster also has a potion of healing. Warden has a potion of invulnerability, so no easy targets at all. Scroll of Healing also being used. 62 supply compared to 59. Both sides still trying to fight it up here as Dryads and multiple units getting taken down. Demon Hunter finally minute mark, and then Demon Hunter falls at level 4. Warden able to blink away at the last possible moment down to 128 hit points as the remaining Dryads here and Bear and Panda Bear. Oh no, a potion of healing used right there. Are we going to see a Stormbolt go after that Brewmaster? Brewmaster down to 88 hit points. Mountain King says, you know what? Let's just throw the hammer at it to finish it off. Tree of Life now suffering large amounts of damage. 37 supply army compared to 42. But the lack of the heroes out on the battlefield will really be the telling story. Blood Mage is at 4. Paladin is at level 4. Divine Shield making a very big difference here. Perhaps some more Staff of Sanctuary should be used to try and retreat back some of those units as well. We're going to see some mass detonations, removing all of that mana fairly fast. All right, we're looking at more units making their way through the middle of the battlefield. Warden using that Shadow Meld in order to, well, stay unhidden, or stay hidden and unnoticed by the, well, flying Dragonhawk Riders and Mortar teams. All right. Here we are going after some more units. MK, Blood Mage, Paladin, the Perpetual Motion embodied. Well, nope, they're perpetual motion indeed, able to just keep each other alive while shutting down other units. Here we are, Warden gonna try. There's a Fan of Knives already, as the Warden now trying to head back off to the north. Anti-magic potion being used to quickly stop that in play. Mountain King now getting up to level 6, does have the Avatar as the ultimate ability, but is it really gonna matter as well as we're looking at Divine Shield there. Dryads finishing off multiple units, 65 supply compared to 46. Many Moonwells, not a good idea at all, and now finishing off Troll Berserkers well, with high efficiency. Units are now looking to back away. No more mortar teams going after those Dryads there. Are we going to be looking at damage as a Demon Hunter coming back out onto the battlefield gets in a quick mana burn? Orb of Venom, some trailing damage as well. Orb of Venom does, well, rack up a large amount of damage as Moon's still in this fight and doing a great job once more, using Blink to get off to the other side. All right, Dryads, multiple Dryads low on hit points as we're looking at the Dragonhawk Riders trying to finish off those units one at a time as well. Who's going to end up taking more damage as there is not Devotion armor here. Warden now trying to back away. Mountain King low on mana. Are we going to perhaps get a bash here? Staff of Sanctuary trying to save, and Scroll of Town Portal on the Demon Hunter at 43 hit points. More Dryads trying to back away still, and they're able to do exactly that. I had forgotten that 15 Sway had taken down the expansion here on the bottom right-hand side of the map. He knows that he is still mining gold, and that is an advantage that he has over his opponent. The Tree of Eternity should already be making its way down, and Moon, well, cannot really move out easily. What we're going to be looking at now is 15 Sway getting every bit of gold out of this gold mine, training up back into that mid-70s range, and then perhaps trying to pick up a couple scrolls of healing and, well, make something happen. Clarity Potion items are all going to be incredibly important. Mountain King using that Clarity Potion now. There's one scroll of healing on that Mountain King already. And one thing to remember and to note, the Mountain King, while in that avatar state, is immune to magic, which means that he cannot be mana burned. That would be the main reason why he went for Avatar, so that he doesn't get mana burn. And by not getting mana burn, having plenty and actually having more mana to try and deal with the Demon Hunter, Panda, and that Warden. Better to better to use 50 mana or 150 mana to be mana or immune, rather than lose 100 mana, maybe even more. Are we going to see a mana burn right there? No, we are not. There's the Avatar, and here we are going into the engagement. Mountain King going to go after. There's a Stormbolt quickly onto that Demon Hunter. There goes the engagement. Now Warden is in the back. We should be looking at more Siphon mana, but the Cloak of the natural hide in the shadows, allowing Shadow Melt, allowing the Warden to actually break that through, and now in comes the Avatar of Vengeance. Dragonhawk Riders trying to finish things off. 64 supply compared to 48, but things can go upside down very quickly here as we're looking at the Dragonhawk Riders starting to fall. There goes another Dryad as well as the Avatar of Vengeance about to come to an end. Mountain King looking to finish off a bear, but the bear gets stabbed to preservation away. Mountain King, what is he going to look to do? Trying to retreat back now as the Mortar team shows back up. 58 supply compared to 45 supply as we are entangling this gold mine down to the south, still having about 6 to 7 minutes of mining left. Mountain King looking to retreat back. Avatar or Spirit of Vengeance is able to deal free damage across all of these units as the Mountain King perhaps going to head back over, perhaps trying to land a Stormbolt. What is it going to do? It needs a Stormbolt. Mana Burn going to be coming in from inbound from that Demon Hunter. Wait, why not? There it is. There's the Mana Burn. There's that Stormbolt. A little bit delayed right there as the Mountain King getting, well, body blocked here. This is absolutely worst positioning ever as the Mountain King going to get Mana Burned again here in just a moment. Stormbolt, no, onto that Demon Hunter once more as the Spirit of Vengeance able to do so much. Scroll of Town Portal finally being used as the units are trying to get away. Another Mana Burn finishing off a low hit point Dragon Rider. All right, what looked like an easy game for 15 Sway has turned into, well, an uphill battle. Mortar teams, more units trying to get healed up. Scroll of Regeneration will need to be used. Bolting him with boring stories, yeah. Stormbolt every time, yeah, needed to use Stormbolt much more consistently there. Perhaps 15 Sway was hoping to actually get away from the Demon Hunter, but not realizing the problems there. There goes a quick wisp there. Scroll of Regeneration. Gold mine is already done. No more gold left. And, well, are we looking at Scroll of Regeneration? No Clarity Potion. Low on gold across the board. And now is the problem. Taking down the expansion of Moon, and now Moon just walked his Tree of Eternity down to the south. He has the 6-minute advantage now. He's going to be able to just bank on that gold, forcing a fight to be brought to him. All right. And timing is going to be absolutely key. Anti-magic potions still being used here. Panda's looking pretty strong with level 2 Breath of Fire, level 1 Drunken Haze. And those Dragonhawk Riders really just don't stand a chance, even with maxed out armor. 64 supply compared to 47. The Dryads, well, Dryads going to be making their way out here onto the battlefield. Dragonhawk Riders looking to perhaps finish things off. The Warden, however, will be able to blink to that back line of mortar teams. And, well, once you take away the mortar teams, the damage, all of a sudden the Wardens or the Dryads don't have that much of a problem. Are they going after the Dryads? No, they're going after the tree. Why going after the tree? Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, as the mortar teams are still going after the tree here instead of going after the Dryad. All right, Staff of Sanctuary coming back across here. Avatar now coming back in. A new Avatar of Vengeance could be coming down. Bear could get taken down. There it goes. Dragonhawk Riders, not quite sure which targets they want to be going after for, as Dryads are getting taken down left and right. Siphon mana away. Fan of Knives trying to break free once more. Warden finishing off some more units. 45 supply compared to 39 as the Mountain King may be able to do a little bit more, getting in a couple of strong bashes as well, siphoning more mana from that Druid of the Claw as the Staff of Sanctuary finally being used there. All right, are we going to get some more mana coming back into that blood or into that Mountain King trying to engage against this Tree of Eternity? Mountain King is completely immune to mana burn at this point, which is the reason why this strategy is working. 42 supply compared to 42. However, Moon has the larger army by far. Avatar of Vengeance now back, Avatar of Vengeance back here onto the battlefield, trying to take down those buildings. Was not a strong haul. Stormbolt onto a bear. Staff of Preservation saves again, and 3 Staff of Preservation, showing how strong and how nerve-wracking it is to try and win out these battles, as we should be looking at a Holy Light here. All right, Paladin or Blood Mage could be in trouble. Needs to get in some mana, and the Blood Mage is going to get focused down rather quick. Paladin didn't have enough mana, and 15 Sway gives the GG. All right, it's a it was I don't know if I would classify that as a throw. 15 Sway did take a lead, and I don't think this is definitely recommended. He did have an advantage, but he didn't really translate that into a big lead. Also, we were playing on Echo Isle. Echo Isle is a map notorious for limited resources. So all that he invested in to take down that tree of life at the expansion, it didn't give him that much of an advantage, right? And he took it down, and then you take a step back and you look at the battlefield and you realize, wait, 15 Sway, his gold mine at the expansion has maybe another 3 to 5 minutes only. If he had tried to establish an expansion over there at the at Moon's expansion, or didn't try and engage at his opponent's Moonwells, that probably would have been the better call. Anyways, a great game overall. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys were entertained and learned something. And well, check me out next time.